Hi guys, this is Heather with Whippoorwill Creations. That is so hard to say. You'd think I would have picked a better name, or an easier name anyway. I like Whippoorwill. Excuse me. Okay, I've got the, whatever this thing is called. Oh my gosh, my mind is just like going. It's going. It's gone. I wove, let's see, I wove my 28 gauge wire onto my twisted wire. I wrapped it a couple times onto this thing. This is horrible. And then I put on a 3mm copper bead, and then I wrapped it around the base, these two wires up through here. And I kind of free wrapped it here, and now I'm getting ready to fasten it back to the other side. So I'm going to do that a couple times. I'm going to come up through here. I got a kink. Okay, get that in there. Go through the... Oh my gosh, what is that? I keep wanting to call it a washer, and I know it's not a jump ring. Oh my gosh, that was difficult. Okay. I don't like that. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and add my other 3mm bead. To kind of like camouflage that long wire that I didn't like the look of. Okay. So now I'll put it through again. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, now I'm going to slip this in front of those two wires that are loose. Wrap it a couple more times. Alright, now I'm going to attach it to, since this is lopsided, when I twisted these wires around the two base wires, they didn't come out symmetrical. So now I'm going to attach it to these two wires here, or maybe I'll just attach it to the one. That's what I'll do. I'll put it in right through there, and get that out of the way because I don't want to catch that. And I got to come back through because I don't want it to come up through the white, through the jump ring. At least not yet. Push that down. Now I'll run it through again, through everything. I'm going to go to the inside wire this time, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. Okay, so now all I have to do is finish this off. I'm going to cut some of this wire because I don't need all this. I'm just going to do a few coils. I'm going to use my tweezer pliers. So I came up between there, Pull that tight. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm just going to coil it around the inside wire 3 or 4 times. And then I'll cut that wire off. And then we can make the bail, if I can. One more here, just to secure that wire. Okay, so now I'm going to snip that off about millimeter. Then I'll take my tweezer pliers and I'll push that right around, if I can see it. There. And I can't feel it from the top, so that's good. Okay, onto the bail. Don't need those. I don't need these. I took an 18 gauge wire and I hammered about 1.25 inches. Not quite 1.25 inches. And you want the hole, this is going to be the top of the bail where your chain or your cord is going to come through. So I've got the hammered part. Now if you don't have a hammer, you just want to make sure that this is nice and smooth. And you're going to pick whatever size hole you want for your chain to fit through. This is a 16 gauge. And you're just going to coil it around. Now in the picture it shows the coil going right around so that you're actually making a spiral. Flat nose pliers. I know in the last video I said needle nose pliers. That was not a needle nose pliers. Those were round nose pliers. So anyway, I'm going to come back near the bottom here of the base so I can get a good grip. And I'm going to feed it around and I'm going to make a spiral. And I guess I'll make that spiral end at the bottom so that the loose piece, the open piece, is at the bottom. Spiral. Okay. Then there is a curve. Let's see, how can we do this? I need to make this accentuate a little bit more. Then there's a curve coming back. So I'm just going to butt that up against there. And I'm going to bend this back like that. Cut that off. And now we need to make the loop that's going to go through here. And it looks kind of a big one, but I'm not going to do a big one. I'm just going to do this one right here. See if I can do this with my fingers. 16 gauge is harder to... Okay. And straighten that out. Needle nose pliers. Right near the end, and I'm going to pull that around so that they cross. Now I'm going to take my not so good pliers, cutters, flush cutters, and I'm going to cut that right up against where I think that's going to meet. Okay, now I need my flat nose pliers. We're a little wonky, so I'm going to just straighten this out. And then I'm going to make an opening. Oop! Through the jump ring. And bring that together. Just like that. And you're done. Ta-da! Now I'm going to do it with the hammered piece, if I can. I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to turn it away from me. So I'm going to get that in there, and I'm going to, so I can't feel it, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to wrap it right on top of itself, and I can do that since it is hammered. Get it right on the center. Just like that. Accentuate it just a little bit. On this one, I'm going to wrap it so that it goes around the smaller bail. So I just made a 2. Okay. Now I will wrap it around this one again. Just like that. Now I'm going to cut again so that the garbage is going in the bucket. Right about there. Needle nose pliers. I don't like how it comes apart right here, so I'm just going to try to bring that up a little. There, I think I like that much better. Bring that open. Take this one off. This one is 16 gauge wire, so it's bigger. This one is 18 gauge wire, so it's smaller. And I'm going to go through that jump ring. Get a hold of that, get my flat nose pliers, and rock this back and forth. There. We're done. What do you think? Ta-da! This could use a little work. These spirals could use a little work. But for the sake of instruction, you got everything that I could figure out. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Sadly, this is the last video, and please like the video, comment. If you don't like the video, you don't like the lighting, please let me know so I can get better. Anyway, thank you again so much for joining me, and I will see you on the internet.